Audion.
We are here at HCVN in the studio for an exclusive interview with the local rock band, Electric Aquarium. And they are from, where are you guys from?
Hutch. We're all from Hutch originally.
Yeah.
You're all from Hutch originally?
He was born in Hutchinson, moved away. We met at the Institute of Production and Recording.
In Minneapolis.
And,
A little short-lived, but
And
somehow it
then-
all came together.
Yeah, and then me and Ross actually produced an album for Trevor's old band, and then we kind of just poached them for our band. That was pretty much how it went.
Okay, yeah, I was kind of wondering about that. So I just want to make sure everyone knows all your names. So if you would introduce yourself, Trevor, and we'll just go across. And
Yeah. Well, I'm Trevor Klopp, and this man to the left of me.
I'm Andrew Blazer. I play drums.
I am Ross Auger, and I play bass.
And
backup vocals.
right on, yes.
And Trevor plays guitar and sings.
So we talked a little bit about how you met, and you were mentioning some previous bands, like Toboggan, and tell me a little bit about, maybe some band drama. Is there any band drama?
With past bands or with us?
Oh, put it together. I'm trying to put the whole big picture together.
Sure.
Go to
I wasn't Toboggan. Toboggan was real laid back. It was really nice because Bosky and Stu weren't really working or doing a whole lot of anything. So whenever I could be off work and get a show, we'd take it. Really no drama. Up to the end, things got a little funky because we all wanted to do different things musically. You know, I wanted to rock, and then part of us wanted to do more ambient indie, and Stuart's always like the punk guy, which is cool. And our styles meshed really well, but we all kind of wanted to go separate ways, and it happened real naturally. It was nice.
Yeah.
There was no drama in the end. So.
And it was location too, wasn't it? Living
Yeah,
in different...
moving away for school was a lot of it too. So.
That's actually one of the toughest parts about our band right now is that during the school year, I go to Minnesota Duluth, Trevor's at St. Cloud, and Ross is in Minneapolis. So it's really tough for us to get together and not only practice, but like get in for shows and stuff. So
Right. I was wondering, how do you guys have time to rehearse and record? Okay, I know I have Live at the Red Sea. What other recordings do you have, like of CDs?
Well, Live at the Red Sea was the first show we ever played, and the Red Sea. I mean, thankfully they were there to record it. We got a guy we know real nice, Nate Reeder. He did a great job, and so that was our first, anything recorded. And we had a hell of a time in December. We're on winter break, and we just slammed it out in a week. We just hid in the basement of...
it wasn't even like a week. It was like 3 days.
It was 3 days, I guess. A couple
yeah,
days of practice, but the recording was 3 days.
Yeah, we were able to find a space here in Hutch to record, and just kind of rapid fire, get as many songs done as we can in time, kind of thing. And we got a group of songs together, and the rest is history, I guess.
Yeah.
but it's a little bit of luck, I think, for us all to kind of get together, where our schedules don't interfere with each other, and anytime that I can play with these guys, I'm happy. So I'll take any opportunity I can get.
You bet. And you're performing a lot too, so that
Yeah, that's kind of a practice
it
itself.
is. Yeah.
That's really what's kept us tight. Is
Right.
the shows that we've played. That's our practice.
because you're playing
We
almost
don't-
every weekend somewhere, right?
About every week or every other.
Yeah.
And we don't see each other otherwise. I mean,
Right.
we're all really busy with work and everything else and side projects.
Yeah. Well, I want to back up just a little bit here. So, Trevor, what inspired you to start playing in the first place? Do you come from a musical family, or?
Not really. I think I had some real extended family. Couldn't tell you who that played drums. I think in an accordion. But what got me started was just growing up on rock music. I mean, I remember being in middle school, and the first thing I really latched onto was I borrowed my dad's AC/DC Live, and I rocked it over to a cassette, and I had this portable Walkman. I took it to school every day, and I just kept listening to this album, and it just inspired me. And then I got the live DVD and seeing their performance, and I mean, from that point, I just started branching out musically, and I need to do what they're doing. I need to learn how to play this stuff. And Ross started playing guitar a little bit before me, and I'm like, I want to play. We need to make some music together. If he's playing guitar, I might as well play guitar with him. And we played out of tune a lot, and it was really fun.
Well, and Ross, you've played everything. You've played drums, and
That was all out of necessity. We would make a song, and then we realized we needed bass, and a kid I knew didn't want his anymore, so I bought it from him just so we could add it in. I never intended to be a bass player. And then drums, it was the same thing. I didn't know anyone in Hutch that had drums, so
Trial by fire for both of us.
yeah, mowed a lawn for a whole summer, got a drum set, and just picked it up.
right on.
Yeah.
All right. So, Blazer, how about you? What got you started?
Well,
I don't even know this story.
well, like Trevor, nobody in my family is really musical at all. But I'm the middle child of three boys, I guess, 2 brothers.
Same thing.
And kind of being the middle child, kind of like to branch out and do my own thing. And just the fact that nobody else in my family was musical kind of drew me towards it. It's kind of my own thing. And I always wanted to play drums, but my parents didn't really want to have all that noise.
That's a lot of noise.
So I started playing guitar. I think I got my first guitar when I was in 6th or 7th grade.
You remember
So
that?
yeah, I was a little bit of a late bloomer, but then I finally convinced my parents to let me get a drum set when I was in high school, and ever since then I've just been playing nonstop, trying to get in any band that was in the area, regardless of what kind of musical style it was or anything. I just wanted to be playing. So
Yeah.
that's pretty.
I think the initial plan was he and I had a band with a friend named Tony, and not that it matters, but we were called Creatures of Habit, and at least I made that band hopefully to open for Toboggan. We wanted to get a van and tour around, but that we had our own practice space. That kind of created some weird issues. We both dropped out of IPR to go do our own thing, and then it just kind of meshed in perfect. Called up Trevor, see if he wanted to play some shows, and it just happened.
Then again. Well, let's talk about another song. Let's talk about a song that you did in the park, and you gave some recognition to Toboggan, and it's a song called Noise.
Yep. Yeah.
Now, how does that work when you're doing a song that you did in a previous band?
Part of it is permission, and part of it is because I wrote most of it. I have to give Stuart so much credit for writing that infamous line, if you don't believe in that, you don't believe in rock and roll.
Right.
You know, and every time that, man, I should give that guy a couple bucks every time I say that, because it's just a crowd winner. But the reason we pulled it Yeah. The reason we pulled it for Aquarium is just because it means a lot for all of us. You know, these guys in the studio, you know, kind of took it in and knew the words. And when we started this band, it's kind of like an anthem for us. You know, it's part of what we stand for. It's, you know, we don't like the auto-tune mainstream. It's not us. So it's kind of our mission statement in a way.
Yep, it's very good. It's a good song. It's got a good lyric message to it. Along with that, when I think about that show in the park, we zoomed in once, Trev, on your pedal board. And who's that guy on your pedal board?
Oh yeah, I get asked that quite a bit. That's my dad.
That's your dad.
Looking like a birdie buncher. I love that picture. I had to put it on there.
Yeah, Glenn Campbell. Super. Okay, just wanted to.
Also the younger James Hetfield.
Yeah, the fatherly love. Yeah, also known as James Hetfield.
And that's just kind of like a staple of our band now. I love that. I can't play a show without taking a look at that picture. So.
Right? Yep. Some other influences that I've picked up when you guys are on stage, you have a lot of energy, and you're putting on a show, and it's really fun not only to listen to but to watch.
Coffee.
You guys are all over the place.
Yeah. First of all, thank you. Second of all,
Coffee.
what he said.
Too much coffee.
That's part of it. That's part
Too
of
much
it.
coffee. That's another one of your songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think part of it too is influences. You know, like I think me less so than them, but we're all really into like, you know, Red Hot and Rage Against the Machine and like bands that really bring the thunder when they perform live.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all about live performance.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody
I agree.
can make a good album, but you got to deliver it. So it's something we're progressively getting better at.
Well, and I think one huge thing for me is just we played a Battle of the Bands earlier this year, and we got some feedback from the judges. And the biggest thing that I took away from it was, if somebody saw you tonight, would they pay again to see you play? And that really hit home for me, to make sure that I always look not only like I want to be there, but that I really do whatever I can to draw people in and have them walk away going, wow, that band was good. I wonder where I can see them again.
Yeah,
so
that was really
I take a
fun.
lot of pride in, and I know these guys too, in putting on a good show. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Plus,
Absolutely.
if the people are loving it, we're loving it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if you're playing a show and the crowd's like, okay, you know, then we're like, we're not feeling it.
We've also been at those shows where you're
Yeah.
just waiting for their next song to be it.
Yep.
And I don't ever want to be the band
Oh.
where people in the crowd are just like, I hope this is their
That's
last
a great
song."
point.
Oh
You know,
boy.
When we see
there's been
these-
plenty of those shows.
Yeah, like I hope this is their last song. We got 3 more songs.
Yeah.
We don't ever want to be that.
Well, and another part of it is we played shows to nobody, you know, an empty room before. And when there's actually a crowd there that reacts to the songs, that really gets us going. And I think we play better when there's
Oh yeah.
a little bit of response, because it makes you want to do better, you know?
Once that energy starts developing, and it just goes on and on, and
Exactly.
it goes around and around,
Yeah.
right? And I see a little influence too, not just in the music, but in your stage presence. I can see, you know, like a little AC/DC. I see some Rush. Sometimes, Trev, with your vocals, you go between telling a story and then singing, and then it's so fun when you put that together. I enjoy that. It reminds me of you know, a long time ago, there was a band called The Gods, and you know, Rock and Roll Machines, and you know, he's telling a story, and then you know, it's really cool. How did you come up with that idea to do that?
Necessity and lack of skill. Yeah. When we first started playing, I mean, with Electric
It's a
Gauge,
lack
when
of
I was
skill.
14. Yeah. No, seriously. We made these songs, right? We're playing guitar. Well, somebody's got to put lyrics over them, so we just made stuff up off the top of our head, and you try to put some melody to it, and it's terrible. And over time, you get less terrible. And when I got with Toboggan, that was my first time where I'm like, I'm gonna have to sing in front of people, and I didn't really have the singing thing down. I've never sang before, never had any lessons or anything, so it was just kind of what I could do, was the talk singing. And now it's just part of who I am, is that I can throw in some melody and pitch. But the talk singing thing is just part of our sound and part of
Yeah, it
who I
is.
am.
Right.
So
And it works.
good. I
very
mean, I'm
well.
glad to hear that.
So probably is one of your favorites then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I once read that the only band to ever be able to have everyone solo at the same time was Cream, and there's like 2 bars in Probably where all of us solo, and that to me is my favorite part of our whole set all the time.
Yeah, we usually end with Probably, and it's always fun. I mean, the end of that song has just got such a I mean, I feel anyway, like
Awesome.
it fills out really good, and it's just fun.
Yeah.
It's real fun.
Well, I know for me, I love playing that song because not only the lyrics, but just the way Trevor sings it just gets me every time.
Thanks, man.
Like the imagery of the lyrics and the just the storytelling aspect, like you were
Right.
saying. That song is like the epitome of it, and I just I like that.
Like the dynamics too, how it starts off kind of soft with Blazers rolls, and then by the end it's just like a sonic like assault of like just everybody going at it.
Yeah.
So it's really fun.
Cool. Really cool. So how do you guys pick your set list then? I mean, does it change quite a bit, or depending on the venue?
I usually have very little input on the set list. I'm the guy who
Yeah, don't ask
when
him anything.
I'm the guy who, when it comes down to a decision, I just go, I don't care. It's up to you guys.
I'm in
and
Blazers.
then
It's a true story.
kind of just aggravate these guys.
Yeah, the set list varies.
I just play
We kind of model it to how we're feeling that day. I
Yeah.
think that's kind of I'd hope that's for many bands, but
I mean, I don't want to speak for you guys, but I think for the most part, we make sure that we have one song that really opens us up nice,
Yeah.
and a song that leaves with a good lasting impression.
Yeah.
And other than that, it's pretty much just kind of whatever we're feeling.
Yeah,
what would go well into other songs?
Okay.
That's
What
probably
songs don't start with E?
that's probably our biggest thing is transitions. Like what's gonna go good into the next song.
I suppose it's almost kind of cinematic if we could, because we're putting on a show, so you'd like to have things flow nicely.
Right.
You know, we don't want to stop awkward or like have songs, you know, train wreck into each
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
So
Well, there's
Right.
nothing worse than when you go and see somebody play like a really high intensity song, and then like a really soft song, and then a really high intensity one again, and it doesn't feel like there's
Bipolar.
any flow.
yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing for us is making sure it flows.
I gotcha. Well, with that, I think we'll go with a clip now to Probably, and we'll watch a little bit of that and listen to that, and then we'll come back for some more interview.
Sounds great.
Wow, that was awesome, guys. Thanks. That was so cool. That was a great clip. And I'm sure if people want to watch the whole clip, they can get that where?
HTVN.
All
Yeah, we
right.
got the hookup. Yeah.
And what is your next gig? When are you playing again?
I think we're kind of closing it out now.
Closing it out
We
for
played.
the,
We
for the
played
summer.
last night at the fair for the Battle of the Bands, and
Of which you won.
Took
yeah,
first.
yeah, we got it. Thankfully, I mean, my goal was to get the three-peat for myself, and I did it. And I was like, oh yeah. Plus, for the first time out with
For Trevor.
Aquarium,
Yeah.
it was nice to win.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I mean, a good way to end the summer. But unfortunately, I think that's the end of us because we're going back to school for a while.
Not for good.
No.
For
Yeah, don't
Just-
misquote me there.
Yep.
I don't want quotes. You know, with the dot
Clarification.
dot dot. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it just temporary hiatus while we're in school, and we might pick up some gigs here and there. But
Sure.
But I'm lucky that these guys put up with my busy schedule, and I know they have busy schedules too.
yeah,
So
it's worked out really surprisingly good this summer to get shows because I know we're all stupid busy. So
So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to play a little bit, but we'll be coming back with a vengeance next summer.
yeah, exactly.
Next
Super.
summer.
Yeah, expect new songs and
you'll hear us coming.
Okay. Is there anything before we go here? Is there anything you'd like to offer to, say, a young player, advice to a young player?
yeah. Number one thing is have fun. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the number one goal in our band. It's not like get gigs, get money, get women. Like no, like that stuff is cool, but number one priority is have fun. Like that, and I hope that the crowd gets that when we play. When we go on stage, like we're enjoying it. Like we love what we do, and I would say if you're gonna start playing music, you better enjoy it. Don't just sit there like, oh yeah, guitar, like oh I'm playing bass, that's cool. Like love what you do. I think for me, I would say that would be my big tip.
Love what you do. Awesome.
I mean, for me, I would just say make sure the music comes first, because especially this summer we've seen a lot of it where we'll play with bands and the image is a lot more important to them than the actual sound.
Yeah.
Whether it's how they dress, how they carry themselves on stage. I would much rather see a band that is focused on musicianship than see a band that's maybe not great musicians and really care about their image and being like contemporary and appealing to like a mass audience, I guess.
Yeah.
I would just say make sure the music comes first, and everything else will come after that.
That's good advice.
I suppose I've got two things. The first one, for me, my personal goal has always been just to reciprocate the energy I've gotten from bands I've enjoyed. Like example, like Boards of Canada, like I have received very good vibes from them, and I've never even met them, But to just put that energy back into the world, even if it's to ears that I'll never see the face to, just to make sure that someone somewhere is getting the same energy back. And I actually had this instructor once who told me to, every time you contact like a venue, someone for a job or anything, you gotta approach it as somewhere between you're a knight offering your assistance to a damsel in distress and a little boy down the street offering to mow your neighbor's lawn. You've got to be somewhere between, like I can help you out, but I still need your help in exchange.
See, this is why he does the business part of it.
This is so deep. This is like why he needs that deep sea diving equipment. 'Cause
Yeah,
Exactly.
He's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
deep.
I hope it's not that deep. I want
We could go all spinal.
What's the air for
we're not,
everyone?
We're not like drowning
Yeah,
through
I
it.
was
Or,
gonna
no,
say,
no.
we could go
It's-
spinal tap on you.
I could actually just plug in there that if you want to find our music, you can find it on electricaquarium.bandcamp.com.
or our Facebook page has it all.
Yeah.
We'll have
wired through.
live videos and that on the Facebook page.
We,
Just Facebook, type in Electric Aquarium. We should be the only one.
Yeah, we're the only electrified aquarium.
And
got-
yeah,
We got our December EP that we did in that like 3 days. That's up on the Bandcamp.
And
All right.
also, if you enjoy digging, we have a SoundCloud page where a recording from KVSC. We have,
Yeah,
Right.
a recording
88.1
from
in St. Cloud.
and then right now I have some videos up on YouTube of Kevin live from the Red Sea.
Yeah, for sure.
From that, and then we have a video of Adion up live from the park actually. So
Cool.
I would recommend checking out the Facebook page because
it's all linked in.
We'll get you where you need to go.
And we're constantly putting up rare stuff. So if
All
you're
the oddball
Yeah.
blazer drumming away, or weird
So,
stuff. But yeah,
yeah,
we
that-
let the people know what they need to know or don't want to know, I guess.
Sounds like a good place to go.
Yeah.
Like that. Cool. Okay, well, until next time, hang loose. Definitely.